calm, even demeanor when others got emotional, and she used her dry sense of humor to diffuse difficult situations. When challenged by others, she stood her ground in a firm, non-confrontational way. Although highly supportive of her internal customers, she was prepared to put her foot down if anyone advocated a position that might put the company at risk. As a result, Lydia was identified as a top candidate and groomed to succeed the company's general counsel. The age-old question is whether executive presence can be developed. The answer is yes, if you have a baseline of self-confidence and a willingness to deal with the unpredictable situations that go with the territory at the executive level. Start by addressing the basics. Find a couple of trusted people who will give you unvarnished feedback about your dress and grooming and the level of self-confidence you project. As noted, dress and grooming aren't the whole deal, but major problems can create an impediment. One highly talented female manager was privately described by her peers as dressing like a school marm, while others said a hard-charging manager came off like a used car salesman. The connotations aren't flattering, nor are they insignificant. People tend not to trust a used car salesman, and school marms aren't typically thought of as creative and risk-taking, two qualities central to leading innovation and change at the executive level. Look for opportunities to hone your presentation skills. Not only is public speaking an important executive requirement, but your ability to stand and deliver to an executive group or large audience is frequently viewed as an indicator of your ability to handle pressure. Rehearse a major presentation until you can come off as relaxed and in command, and pay special attention to the Q&A portion, since your poise when questioned and ability to think on your feet help you project a sense of self-confidence. Most important, find your voice as an executive. That is, identify your assets and leverage them to the hilt. Some people are naturally gregarious and can fill a room with their personality. Others, like Lydia Taylor, rely on their listening ability, sense of timing, and ability to maintain their composure when others get emotional. In an increasingly diverse world, executive presence will look very different from one executive to another. However, the constant is building the confidence of others that you can step up as a leader when times get tough.
2. How New Managers Can Send the Right Leadership Signals by Amy Jen Sue. One of the most exciting and sometimes anxiety-producing transitions in a career comes when you move from being an individual contributor to becoming a manager. At this juncture, what you think, what you say, and how you show up, in effect, your leadership presence, can have a direct impact on those you are now leading and managing for the first time. So, as a new manager, how do you build an authentic and connected leadership presence that has a positive impact on your team and colleagues? Set a leadership values-based goal. An authentic and connected presence begins from the inside out. How you define the role and what you value will telegraph out to those you work with. As a new manager, spend time to consider the kind of leader you are and hope to be. Set an aspirational goal to serve as a guiding compass. As one new manager shared recently, my professional leadership goal is to be a genuine and emotionally intelligent manager who inspires others to excellence. As Ram Charan, Stephen Trotter, and James Knoll describe in their book, The Leadership Pipeline, though this might seem like an easy, natural leadership passage, it's often one where people trip. They make the job transition from individual contribution to manager without making a behavioral or values-based transition. They must believe that making time for others, planning, and coaching are necessary tasks and their responsibility. More than that, they must view this other-directed work as mission-critical to their success.